Yo, what's good? It's Andrew from ProducerSociety.com. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the difference between an 808 and a kick. And I'm just going to tell you right off the bat that, the main difference is that the 808 kind of refers to the primary bass sounds that come from the kick, but not necessarily the kick in itself. As most people know by now, like the 808, it refers to the TR-808 from Roland, which came out, in 1980 and ceased production in 1983, according to the Wikipedia page that I looked at. But it refers to that old school drum machine. But now it's become kind of a misnomer in the sense that people use the term 808 to refer to bass. And at one point in time, the 808, it was just like a kick drum. Like it was literally the 808 kick was the what we refer to it as today is referring to like what was the kick drum of the 808, which is what I'm trying to say. So I'll show you what I mean right now. So GarageBand has actually, with their new update, they have a bunch of new instruments that are not only awesome for hip hop production, but also they're going to help me explain what this means to you, or what this means. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Anyway, so here's a kick, right? That's a kick. Well, here's the Roland TR-808, which is part of GarageBand now. Really dope that they added this, to be honest with you. But that's like the kick that comes with. That's the kick, right? So when you go up in the instrument, those are all the other instruments that are part of the 808 machine. So that's kind of like the 808 sound, right? That's like it's like the kick, and there's the bass that comes with it. But over time, the term 808, it's kind of evolved to mean like any 808, or excuse me, like any bass sound, right? So for instance, GarageBand now has the 808 bass right here, which is a synthesizer. So you can kind of hear it right now, right? So it's kind of like the what used to be the kick of the 808, but now it's like all over the keyboard at a bunch of different pitches, because that's how people use that bass sound now. They use it as a bass instrument essentially, even though it was just a kick at one point. So you can also see that with this one here, with the old boutique 808 plugin that I used to use all the time. And then you have like the deep sub bass. Like people would call that an 808 as well. Like they would, because essentially it's serving the same function. It's a bass instrument, right? So people would call that an 808 too, even though it's not. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like the 808, it used to just be like a specific part of the TR-808, which was the kick drum. But now it's like a catch-all term that refers to like the bass sound that works in conjunction with the kick, So I hope that was that illustrated what I mean. Like just to kind of walk you through it again. Like this is what like the 808 bass as they have it in GarageBand here. This kind of like illustrates what it means nowadays, which is that it's like literally the bass sound. Whereas back in the day, it used to just be a kick, right? Because that's part of the Roland TR-808 right here. And there's the next instrument. Listen to those claps. By the way, I just started using my drum pad again. You can see that in the corner right there. Man, it's dope. Like I got this new setup. Everything is it's really legit, and I'm really loving it. So I'm looking forward to really getting back into production again, rather than just making articles and doing videos and stuff. Like I still do producing for the sake of the articles, but I don't do as much production as I used to. But anyway, that's it for this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. I hope it kind of illustrated the difference here. Just to say it again, the kick is like actually a kick. Like here's the beat machine kick. That's the kick, right? But there's not necessarily an 808 in there. That's just the kick. But then when you hit it on this, it's like the bass, right? But anyway, that's all for this one. See you in the next one. And yeah.